Welcome on back into another beer review with yours truly, Nutmeg 2 Palmetto, coming to you as always from my Midland studio down in South Carolina. Today, for the first time on this channel, one of my personal favorite breweries in South Carolina. This one's from up in the upstate. They go by the name Pangaea Brewing Company. Just putting their logo up to the camera so you can take a gander at that. It's a big orange kind of tree of life looking insignia. It's very close to downtown. It's in the new Unity Park area. I almost said Holland Park, but that is a completely different area of Greenville. In the new Unity Park area, right on the other side of the Swamp Rabbit Trail from Southern Side Brewing Company. So if you're into biking and bike trails and going on long treks, might as well just stop and get a 2-for-1, right? But in the case of Pangaea, so they take a lot of risks with their beers, which I personally like because I'm not the type of person that necessarily always likes to have the same beer more than once. Something's either really got to be a banger or just one of some like actual solid yet steady kind of go-to beers. I'm not necessarily a big go-to beer person, but I do have a couple that I don't mind drinking on every single time if I see them available, and there's nothing experimental to go with on tap or the grocery store, what have you. So this one is called Volstead. It's the generic Pangaea can, so the actual details are on the side here on this label. It's called Volstead. It is a pre-prohibition cream ale. Checks in at 5.7 alcohol by volume, and it was canned on June 14th, so it's still pretty fresh. And I've had it before a couple times. I like it a lot, so I figured I'll share with you fine folks on the tube and pop up Pangaea a little bit on my channel because I don't think I've featured them yet. So without any further ado, why don't we go ahead and crack it open, shall we? Got a nice, moderately thick, foamy head on it. It was obviously I poured it a little hard, so I had more of a head when I first poured it, but it came down somewhat quickly. Color-wise, I'll hold it up to the light so you can get a better look. It's got a nice kind of, not so much golden, not so much amber, somewhere in the middle. So typical color you would expect from a cream ale, right? Like a quote-unquote creamy type of color, right? Let's get the nose. A little bit of a lager sensation. Pick up a little of the carbonation. It's creamy, but not creamy like sweet. It's creamy like cream soda. Yeah, it definitely kind of smells like a cream soda. If you would think of what are some popular brands way back when, A&W, Barks, that sort of thing. It's pretty subtle though. It's not particularly strong. So it's pretty subtle and kind of nice and pleasant, if you will. Well, let's do the Fiesta de Resistance and take a sip, shall we? One consistent beer. So this has got a bit of a crisp mouthfeel. Creaminess is definitely subdued. It's very consistent towards what I've had in the past. The other cans of this 4-pack, I've had on draft before. It's very consistent beer. It's not losing anything from each time you try it. Very consistent. Yeah, the creaminess is subdued. It kind of hits you more in the back. Comes in more like a domestic lager almost, as far as taste, mouthfeel, that sort of thing. And as it settles in, you kind of get more of a creamy type of playful taste palette going on in there. There's no aftertaste to speak of. As the kind of liquid goes away a little bit more, you kind of get more on your palate, on your tongue, of like almost like a syrupy type of cream. Once the carbonation's gone, once the overwhelming liquid is gone, you get more of that raw, almost a raw type of syrup flavor, or not super strong or anything, but like enough where you can kind of recognize it. So Pangaea makes a ton of quality beers. If you're ever in the upstate region or in Greenville specifically, make sure you stop by them. Say hi to owner Steven and his team over there. They do a great job putting out a lot of quality beers, and kitchen as well. I'm from the north, of course, so I'm a little bit of a stickler for my preference in pizza, and they're definitely one of the better places to find a pizza in the south that is pretty darn comparable to northern pizza. So absolutely excellent pizza selection and kitchen as a whole. I'll take one more sip. If you want more from me, go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell to know exactly when my videos drop, coming straight to you on your phone, tablet, mobile device, computer, what have you. If you want to recommend a beer to me, or maybe even send me a beer, email me, nutmeg2palmetto@gmail.com. We'll sort out all the fine details in there. If you want the rest of my antics and hijinks and overall quote-unquote insanity, go ahead and follow me on my social media channels, TikTok and Instagram at nutmeg2palmetto. Kick it around with me, have a little bit of fun. It's as a good juxtaposition to these more formal type of reviews. In any event, and like as I said, Pangaea is one of my favorites, so I'm going to sip on this for a little while and enjoy the rest of it, and assuredly enjoy more of their tasty swill in the future. That being said, I'll see you next time, folks. Cheers.